The only way to get the control back, folks, it's got to be patriot-owned with a constitution and patriot-run. The reality is that liberalism and communism and socialisms and all the isms don't work. You've seen it time and time again. Yeah, you have the haves and the have-nots, but the haves had to roll up their sleeves, get calluses on their fingers, crawl through a mile of shit to get to the other side to smell like a rose. Something you people aren't willing to do. You want to take from the rich and give to the poor. That's not the way life works. You're gonna have to learn how to fish, because otherwise I'm gonna cut you off. I'm not just gonna keep feeding you, and then when you're done, hey Mel, can I have a little more? F you. I was born at night, not last night. My mom didn't raise a fool. Welcome to the Mel Carmine podcast. Before we begin, I have something you need to see. 11 years ago in Costa Rica, I took a photograph that changed my life forever. I don't claim to speak to God, but I do believe he gave me a mission. Let me show you the photo, then you decide. If you're serious about protecting and growing your wealth, pay close attention. Looking to acquire XRP, I can help. Minimum purchase is $10,000 and there is no maximum. Whether you're investing $10,000 or $10 million, text me directly at 786-704-8817. And while you're at it, ask us how a religious irrevocable trust can get you off the grid and fully protect your assets and investments. Interested in gold and silver? For extremely competitive prices, visit carminesgold.com. Our minimum order is $50,000 and there is no maximum. We can handle virtually any size transaction. Then visit QFS1776.com for exclusive merchandise, links to our social media, and a library of 100% free videos explaining the new financial system millions are following. No hype, no paywall, just information. Don't miss our 5-star documentary everyone is talking about. Dear Mr. President, show me the money. Visit dearmrpresident.net and ask yourself, what if we show you irrefutable, irrevocable evidence in our movie that everyone with a social security number is worth hundreds of millions of dollars? Do we have your attention? The link is in the description below. Finally, join our official Telegram groups and be aware of fake Mel Carmine accounts. If anyone tells you that you must register your XRP with the so-called quantum financial system, it's a scam. Now subscribe and share this episode with someone you care about. Turn up the heat on these scammers and let's get to work. Also, scan the QR code and opt in so you don't miss any amazing workshops at Staying Alive in Cape Canaveral. Now, here's your host, Mel Carmine. Let's talk a little bit about censorship today. We're going to talk about a few things. Spain is getting invaded by African migrants. It's like there's a swarm, like bees, like millions of ants invading, all military age. It's all over the news. All right, we'll show a few clips of that, but let's start with censorship, because as you guys know, I made a movie, which is a free movie, dearmrpresident.net, about censorship. The other one is $5.89. Some people are complaining about $5.89. $5.89 and free is the same thing. If you can't afford $5.89, you got big issues, let me tell you. But let's go ahead and share the screen. Let me go ahead and share the sound. This is censorship on X, where X, they say it's supposed to be freedom of speech. My ass. Okay? Listen to what this guy's got to say.
Warning. The following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Good evening, everybody, from my camper out in Minnesota. So, I put in a lot of hours every week sharing stuff with all of you. I scroll multiple social media platforms, and I became monetized. I've helped a lot of people out. I've stood up for this country, and I appreciate Elon Musk for, me being able to be monetized. However, this last pay period, I've put in all the work like I usually do, and because of this stupid motherfucker, this Nikita, or whatever the fuck his name is, that communist motherfucker that he put in charge of algorithms, I didn't get paid shit. What the fuck am I working for you for then? Why am I providing you content? I can provide content anywhere. Fuck off. There's a lot of people that follow me, but you don't let them follow me. You censor me. Just like the fucking Democrats did. Just like fucking Nazi Germany did. Elon, what the fuck are you doing? You're ruining X. You had such a great platform when you had whatever algorithms you had when I became more popular. Cat Turd says it. Gunther Eagleman. Everybody says it. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Somebody kick you in the fucking sack or what? You don't have no balls anymore? I don't want to get rid of this stupid motherfucker Nikita. He might be a good snake oil salesman because he sucks. Everybody's pissed. The smaller accounts can't get they can't even get one view. Guys like me that have 660,000 followers, we're lucky if I get 2,000 or 2,500 views. Now, I get it. I post 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 times a day, sometimes 90. And I get, you can't let everybody see my stuff. Their whole timeline would be the disrespected trucker. That wouldn't be right. And I get that. But 2,000? This fucking guy who's running your algorithms is a fucking coward, and he's a fucking crook. And if I get kicked off this platform, so fucking be it. I'm going to tell you the honest to God's truth, just like I do with everything else. Fuck that guy. Nikita, fuck you. You see that? That's called work. Probably something you've never done. I've been staying in my deck all fucking night. I'm so fucking goddamn sick and tired of these goddamn communist fucking crooks running this country. Running social media. Facebook, fucking boot them all. YouTube, Google, all of them. Get them the fuck out of here. And X. God damn it, Elon. You had it. You took over free speech. You fucking saved free speech. And now you're fucking censoring people again. You're allowing it to happen. I had all my fucking hope in you. But you know what? I know now. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my fire. Yep. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my fire in my deck. And I know now that I can't count on Elon. I can't count on anybody but myself. And when you want to come for me, come and get fucking some. Okay? Fuck X. Fuck Nikita or whatever the fuck his stupid fucking gay ass fucking communist name is. Go suck a dick. Go fucking suck Candace Owens' dick. Go suck everybody else's dick, you piece of shit motherfucker. I provide content and I provide people. People want to see my stuff. And I'm not justified or self-righteous enough to believe that I'm more important than anybody else, because I'm not. But I dig into shit and I find stuff. Elon, what the fuck are you doing with this guy? He's ruined this platform. I'm not going back to Facebook. I'm actually going to delete all my social media accounts after this because it sickens me. We're being lied to and we're being placated. And Elon, if you don't see this, you're being fucking played like a fucking fiddle. That or I am, or we all are. So
you gotta feel for a guy like this because he's putting in the hard work. We're doing all of the heavy lifting. They're making all the money and they throw us scraps. This is why we need Tube 1776, where you have a constitution where everybody knows exactly what they're getting, exactly how they get paid, the rules of the game. Yes, is there going to be censorship against people making death threats? Absolutely. Is there going to be any trans-testicle reading bedtime stories to your kids? Absolutely not. Is there going to be a Brad Garlinghouse giving away, 50,000 XRP if you send in 5 XRP? That's a scam. We get flagged, we look at it, we realize it's a scam, that we ban these people forever. But damn, you could talk about anything you want. We'll let you talk about anything you want. And the only way to get the control back, folks, it's got to be Patriot owned with a constitution and Patriot run. Okay? It's not so difficult anymore. AI has made it not affordable, because it's not, but it's definitely, you don't have to have $800 million to start a YouTube. Okay, we could do it for a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of that. So I'm still trying to raise the money somehow, some way, with the will of God. If God says, Mel, you're going to own tube1776.com and it's going to be very successful, that's exactly what's going to happen. I leave it in God's hands. Okay. But I'm going to go through different things here today. You saw the invasion of Spain. It's sickening to watch, sickening. And so, the only thing I can tell you is this. The reality is that liberalism and communism and socialisms and all the isms don't work. You've seen it time and time and time and time again. Yeah, you have the haves and the have-nots, but the haves had to roll up their sleeves, get calluses on their fingers, crawl through a mile of shit to get to the other side to smell like a rose. Something you people aren't willing to do. You want to take from the rich and give to the poor. That's not the way life works. You're telling me that when Mel Carmine and Amber is going to become fabulously wealthy, and we will be, we're patient people, and we get to the other side, I'm supposed to just disperse my wealth to everybody? Listen, if my wealth is so huge that the yield on it is making me, $50-60 million a year, obviously I cannot spend $50-60 million a year. I'll set up enough humanitarian projects, but they got to come with stipulations. You're going to have to learn how to fish, because otherwise I'm going to cut you off. I'm not just going to keep feeding you, and then when you're done, hey, Mel, can I have a little more? Fuck you. You know what I mean? I was born at night, not last night. My mom didn't raise a fool. So the bottom line becomes this, that we either are going to survive as a planetary system and realize that we have to take control of things. You want clean food? Start a clean food company. You want clean cheese? Start a clean cheese company. You want clean toothpaste? I did the show the other day, right? I still got my toothpaste right here, right? That's what I use, okay? I don't use garbage. I use good shit, right? I don't use poison because I don't want to poison myself. Somebody said, hey, they're poisoning everybody. Let's start something that's not poison. And well, someone's making a fortune. That's how it starts. Whoever's running this company, right? They got control. Whoever's running Himalaya, they have control. You don't like your Scope freaking mouthwash? Start a mouthwash company. You don't like some of the things that they feed our pets? Start a pet food company. The more the merrier. We like competition because it drives the price down. Do you understand, folks? Let's continue. Let's share the screen again. And this is about food at the supermarket.
You're not going to believe anything I'm going to say next. Your animal broths are basically animal carcasses thrown into a vat and heated up and then turned into a liquid for you to drink. They spray vegetables with water to make them look fresher. 90% of items sold in the grocery store are an oil, a sugar, and a salt, and you can see the separation of the oil there. It's blended together here. Main ingredient, soybean oils. And to further prove the point that all the foods are the exact same, here's SpaghettiOs. There is your high fructose corn syrup sugar, there is your salt, there is your vegetable oil, there is your soybean oil. Just repeats itself everywhere. You could make your own mayonnaise at home better by just using soybean oil and an egg. Put your own salt in there. You don't need to put the oil, salt, and sugar. Notice this everywhere. Here's quiz number 1. Why is this green? You are correct. They decided to add yellow 5 and blue 1 to make green. Here's all I want you to understand about the grocery store. It's obviously gross, but what's more gross is not looking at the ingredients. Because I think a normal conscious human would say mashed potatoes. Oh, maybe like potatoes, they put some butter in there and salt, or just potatoes, right? It says original mashed potatoes, so that should be just potatoes, right? Yes, potatoes with emulsifiers and preservatives. Yummy. Real food doesn't come in a box, a bag, a bottle, a can, a package. It's terrible, right? Behind door number 1, massive laundry list of ingredients, unknown impact on the gut microbiome health. But pay attention to that caramel color right there, right? You see a brand on the grocery store shelf? We're going to connect it all together, right? There's your caramel color, there's your sucralose. You walk down here, right? You'll notice this is in all of the foods, right? You go to this one, look at that right there. There's sucralose in here. You see the brown color? Oh, there you go again. There's your caramel color. You guessed it. Looks like caramel, but what is it really? There's your yellow and red plus caramel color. Got to have that polysorbate 80. Got to have those food colorings. Got to have that caramel color. You're probably noticing all these foods have the same ingredients, or at least one of them has the ingredients of the other ones. Now, occasionally, that's going to be just maple syrup. But you guessed it, looks brown because of the caramel color and high fructose corn syrup. Let me just show you everything that's the same. Sugar, oil, salt. Sugars, oils, and salts. Sugar, oil, and salt, food coloring. Interestingly, bread, sugar, oil, salt. You can see the vegetable oil is a soybean oil, the salt is a salt, and the sugar is a sugar. And when they say organic, cane sugar, oil, sea salt. Food colorings, red 40, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color. The only thing you consider food in a grocery store is a single ingredient food. See how it says Texas barbecue, almond over here. You've got a canola oil right there. That's their vegetable oil. You've got a sugar and you've got a salts. It's everywhere. Every entire potato chip is a sugar, oil, and salt, or carbohydrate, oil, and salt. Eat and drink what makes you happy, but at least understand why.
Folks, are we going to get to our XRP going to the local supermarket where 99.998888% of everything is fucking garbage? I'll give you an idea. Contact the Amish. Say, listen, we like the way you guys eat. We like the way you do food preparation. We like the way you preserve. I want to start a supermarket with you locally, right next to right near your hometown, and then just expand it from there. Do it with the Amish. They got 2 or 3 people out of 100 get cancer. You go eat at that supermarket, 4 out of 5 are going to die. You eat that junk long enough, you'll never see your XRP. You want to put a bet on it? I just gave you another business idea. Get together with the local farmers, get together with people who actually grow shit that has no pesticides, no herbicides, no fungicides. Don't wait for RFK. He's useless. Yeah, but Mel, they're spraying us put copper in the ground. Start composting, start separating all your food items, okay? Put them in one bag, put them in the backyard, put a freaking huge tarp over it, let the sun heat it, and let the worms start growing and shitting, and then you'll get the most amazing compost. Put a tarp, if you're afraid, put a tarp over your garden. This way, if they're sprayed, it's gonna hit the tarp. Put some copper in the ground so that the plants grow nice, and it actually reverse osmosis somehow, some way, the dirt. There's so many great ideas. Why aren't you guys implementing? We are only one person. I want to handle the freedom of speech. I want to restore full spectrum freedom of speech. I only want to do one thing. I want to destroy YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I want to destroy all social media where everybody comes to us because we're going to give them better pay. We're going to give them a better deal. And what's going to happen? 3 years? 3 years goes by fast, man. Look, I'm still getting younger anyway, right? 3 years, boom, it's here. 4 years, we take over. We got market share. So then when the people that are complaining that their messages are not getting anywhere, like this gentleman here on X, he can come join us. He won't grow to 678,000 people. He'll grow to 6 million because there's going to be no algorithms that's going to stop him from getting to where he needs. The people are going to ultimately judge how big that guy gets. You folks, I wish I could tell you the whole entire business plan. It is so delicious. I got to raise another 50 to 100 grand. I got some money allocated to it. I got to raise another 50 to 100 grand. Then I'll pull the trigger. If there's anybody out there who wants to take a chance on Mel Carmine, you send me a message, 786-704-8817. Say, Mel, tell me more about your plan. I'm willing to sign a non-disclosure, non-compete. I believe in you. Let's go. And I will show you the most prolific plan that when you see it, you'll say, you're right. This is absolutely going to destroy YouTube. This is absolutely going to destroy Facebook and all of them. And then people can get their voices back. This is how we win. Because we could yell and scream until our eyes pop out of our skull. If someone's controlling this and they say, nope, you can only reach 2,000 today, Mel. I'm stuck ass, as we say in New York. I can't go past 2,000. I can't go past 3,000 because someone else is in charge. You feeling me? I know one day it's either maybe we come up with the perfect commercial for staying alive and people come in droves, or people start to wake up, say, hey, frequency, vibration, and sound. Wow, that's really the real stuff. That's how the body can heal the body, and that's how we can get rid of disease. When people have that epiphany and wake up and they start to veer away from the little brown bottle and the guy with the lab coat, and they come to us, I could raise the money in less than a month, okay? Even though we're 75, 80% cheaper, I can raise, because we got a lot of real estate, a lot of chairs, a lot of mattresses, okay? We fill up that place and keep it full. I'll raise the money in 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And I will start what you people will talk about in every living room across America and the world. There's something I want to tell you about it so bad that I can't do it because someone else will copy that. But I will tell you this, and this is not even a hint. Every American, everybody who lives in America is going to be on that platform. 360 million, 350 million, however many there is, there will be there. And I will tell you the reason why at a later time. But so this is what we're up against. Now we got, socialism, communism, liberalism on steroids. All these people that go to college, you send your kids to college. Stop the insanity and have AI start teaching your kids. AI is going to put teachers out of business. All you liberal pieces of shit teachers are gone. See ya. Bye-bye. Have a nice trip. You thought you were going to win this. Some people are going to stand up. Some people are going to be a thorn in your side. Someone's going to win. Someone's going to lose, and we don't lose. People like Mel Carmine don't lose. You know who's going to lose? You. And if I have any say to all of this nonsense, I'd put all you teachers that have been teaching liberalism in school, and then our kids come home with, they want to get their genders reassigned, and they got weird shit hanging out of their nose, and they got pink hair. You ever walk through the airport, you see somebody that's like 82 years old, and they got blue hair? Have you seen it? I know I have seen it. Or a 75-year-old man with a pink beard. Who do you think those people voted for? How brainwashed are those people? Oh, they're trying to find themselves. No, they're fucking psychopaths, man. They're sociopaths. They're not trying to find themselves. They found themselves a long time ago. We just determined that you guys are psychopaths. Let's continue. Okay, some people say, we have to see it on the news in order for it to be real. Okay? And I'll tell you something that's real that I can't give you all the specifics about it. Otherwise, this one certain person would be blasting it all over the airwaves. So I know certain things, even though I was not told to keep it a secret or not. It's best to keep it a secret. But anyway, I'll tell you that right after I show you this videotape here. This is unbelievable. So this is on Fox News. Nobody could say, hey, this is bullshit, Mel.
Really wild video here. Chaos at the border of Spain's North African enclave in Morocco. This is a city called Ceuta. You're watching as thousands of migrants break through the fence and completely overwhelm the border police. Their video showing huge groups of people, mostly young military-age guys, cramming into inflatable tubes or arriving on shore another way, some of them wading in the water as they break through the gates to get to the other side. Sandra, this is reminiscent of kind of what we saw during the open border during the Biden administration through 2021, 2024, kind of similar to what we saw in Del Rio back in 2021. The socialist agenda, their platform literally says they want to abolish borders, abolish immigration enforcement, have complete freedom of movement. This is what it looks like in another country if they get what they want. Notice there is no resistance from the government whatsoever. These people are coming in without any obstruction. And if people don't know, Spain has a very left-wing government. Earlier this year, they did a big amnesty program for over 1 million illegal immigrants living in the country. They had 1.3 million illegal immigrants apply for that amnesty program between April and June. So that's what we call a pull factor, Sandra. They're looking for something like that. They know if they can just get their foot in the country, maybe someday that left-wing government will do another amnesty program. And you were just reading some of the wires. The locals want an emergency declaration. It sounds like
the ministry's saying no, they will not deploy military to the border.
Apparently they don't think this is an I mean, look at this. This is a total free-for-all.
It does feel like we are looking at a few years ago when you were reporting at the border here in the United States. This is happening right now. This story is breaking right now. And you're not just talking about hundreds, thousands of migrants are pouring over the borders as we speak.
Tens of thousands. Tens of thousands. Thank God for Donald Trump. Thank God. Thank God Donald Trump is in charge. Thank God our borders are finally closed. And the way we get rid of the trash is very, very simple. Bring it on. Universal basic income. Tell them that we're going to give them 10,000. Because at the end of the day, it's only digits. The number's got to be a nice number. 10,000 a month. People will get motivated for 10,000 a month UBI. When they go and knock on the door in their country, say, hey, I'm here illegally. I'm here to collect my UBI. I said, yes, Mr. Abdullah, whatever his fucking name is. You got to go back to your country of origin. I love imitating Nino, don't you? He's so funny. Nino's special. But anyway, the bottom line is that when you do that, there's going to be a mass exodus worldwide. Italy, all over Europe, Spain, they're gone. United States, gone. We're going to take out the trash in one weekend. And when we take out the trash and they think that they're going to come back in, close that door, nobody gets in. America is going to be America. Italy is going to be Italy. Spain is going to be Spain. Maybe some right-wing people can take over Italy and Spain. Some real right-wing people, not this Maloney lady who is full of baloney. If she was really a Republican, Why don't you give my people the right to bear arms? Why hasn't that happened? Think about that for a second. She tries to be all chummy with Donald Trump. She hasn't done anything. She's supposed to help us supposedly in Iran. She backed down. She's no fucking good either. Yeah, she speaks well. She's very well educated. She's a sales lady. She's a politician that does fuck all, nothing. That's all it is. Earlier, I asked somebody who frequents my show, and I said, I heard from so-and-so. He said this so-and-so is in charge of setting up the media rooms down in Guantanamo Bay. And this person, who you all know, at the right time, whenever he says we could let the cat out of the bag, but my intuition tells me that this is sensitive. He said, well, you know, the guy that works for me, so-and-so, is the guy that went down there and has already set up the media rooms. And I know this guy personally. Don't tell me the arrests will never come, because there would be no reason to set up media rooms in Guantanamo Bay. There'd be no reason for the expansion of Guantanamo Bay. Let's watch this next clip. This is pretty powerful. I pressed the wrong button. Hold on. It's always an adventure, right? Here we go.
Should shake every single American in their shoes. It should shake every single American in their shoes. Should shake every single American in their shoes. I hate to say this, but President Barack Obama, there is now incontrovertible evidence that he was the spearhead of a seditious conspiracy to subvert the will of the American people and overthrow the United States government back in 2016. We must, absolutely must, hold every one of these criminals accountable for the crimes that they committed. They are the most heinous crimes committed in American history. James Comey, John Brennan, Clapper, Rice, Biden was in the meeting in July 28th in the Oval Office. They briefed Barack Obama on Hillary Clinton's plan to, quote, tie Trump to Russia collusion lies. It consumed our national discourse for 5 years. It undermined a sitting duly elected president. It sabotaged administration. It framed a three-star general. It destroyed and ripped this country apart. We had a constitutional crisis, the likes of which I don't think any American can fully comprehend. It is atrocious, and every single one of them must be held accountable.
That was posted by yours truly, Donald John Trump. 40,000 shares. You think you're going to come and change the outcome of an election in the most powerful country in the world, and you're going to get to retire and sing Kumbaya on some beach around the world under the power of Donald Trump? Maybe the arrests are not happening as fast as we all want, including myself. But I'd be willing to bet this year, next year, you will absolutely see the arrests. And these wars will go away and the reset will happen, but we got to get rid of all the bullshit, all the illegal people. This Omar lady over there in Michigan, wherever she is, you're going to see her in handcuffs. I would hate to have to warehouse her and feed her for 30 or 40 years or whatever sentence she gets. She really deserves, you know what, right? But the facts are they might just deport her to her own country, which is really a sentence in itself because it's a piece of shit country. You ever see what Somalia looks like? It's as advanced as Cuba. Complete total garbage. They come here, they run for politics, they rape this country, and then they talk shit about us. Arrest her. Please. I want her to be one of the first ones right there with Obama. Please. It's time. You have to love the torment of Donald John Trump. He's clever. He's the ultimate troll. He's incredibly brilliant. Sometimes he doesn't speak eloquently like, you know, some of these college kids who have these very, very fancy words that shuffle those fancy words to try and impress us that they're better than all of us. But I'll play a little bit. Hopefully we won't get a copyright strike, and maybe I'll try to sing the rest of it for you. Okay? This is great. This is the best.
And now the end is near.
And so I face the final curtain. My friends, I'll say it clear. You know, the song is amazing, and it's one of my favorite karaoke songs. I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And when he posts something like this, he gets the attention of we, the American people, because we know the message he's sending, you know? And now it's just really becomes a waiting game, folks. Things are difficult. I would not want to be in Donald John Trump's shoes. I would not. This is the most difficult time to be president in America. And this guy raised his hand, billionaire, successful beyond anybody's wildest dreams. He could be playing golf, walking the beaches of the earth with his family, enjoying his wealth, the fruits of his labor, build incredible companies, generational wealth, employs hundreds of thousands of people through all his companies. Now he wants to make America the cryptocurrency capital of the world, and he's got to work at 80 years old. It's not fair. It really isn't fair. I really do want the med beds and this exotic technology, whether it comes from the other side of the ice wall or from outer space, if there isn't outer space, which I'm starting to doubt. If there is, you have to go through the other side of the ice wall to get to space, because there's definitely a dome here. You know, the rainbow doesn't shoot straight up. It goes like this. The logo of Walt Disney is like this. They're trying to tell you something, okay? Flat Earth. There are pilots now saying that there's plenty of videos on X telling you, yeah, it's flat, man. It's absolutely flat. So it is what it is, folks. Guys, listen, we need help. We need everybody to jump in and say, I'm with you, Mel. I'm going to start the Amish thing. Mel, I'm going to start a healthy hamburger company like I did in my previous video, okay? And you can go back and watch that one and deal with the local ranchers, okay? Because, you know, McDonald's, you know, if you like that kind of meat, this kind of meat, that's what you're eating, okay? I haven't eaten McDonald's in over 39 years. That's how long ago I heard that message from that Jewish guy. That's how long that thing's been around. It's been around longer than YouTube. Somebody put it on YouTube, but it's been around longer than YouTube. The chicken McNuggets, McRib sandwiches, you know, McRib, okay? Why are there no cemeteries being built? Think about that. When was the last time you saw, hey, we need another cemetery? People are dying. Shit, I don't know, 10 million people died from that thing, right? In 2019. They didn't die from COVID, but they died from that other thing. You know what I'm talking about. Shouldn't there be like 3 new cemeteries in every freaking county? At least? Or 5? Or is everybody being cremated? Or maybe they're doing something with and selling it so that they can make those chicken McNuggets. Folks, take a position. We could do this. Get passionate about one thing. I don't care whether it's starting a toothpaste company, an underarm deodorant company. Start doing something. Don't depend on Donald Trump. You don't like the chemtrails? Organize a group. Put together a class action lawsuit against Florida. Let's start in Florida, and then everybody else will follow suit once it's successful, and it will be successful. Because pretty soon we're going to start doing classes on common law, and there's something I got to tell you that I can't tell you until it's over, and it's not over yet. And when I tell you, you'll be like, oh my God. And I can't tell you anything. The only thing I can tell you is that we're starting common law classes with COBIS right here, once a week or once every other week. We'll figure it out. And you'll be able to go into court and defend yourself and understand common law for this. So for you people that have a passion to learn about the law of the land, the law that was created by our forefathers, the Constitution of America, the Republic, come on in. We're not going to be ruled by some statutes. Statutes aren't laws. We're not going to be ruled by America Incorporated. These judges, I'll leave it at this. These judges are waiting for you to liberate them. A lot of them are nice people. I hate to tell you. A lot of these judges, I'd say more than 50, 60, maybe even 70% are nice people. Some of them are common law students. They just don't know how to get out of this criminal enterprise that they're in. They're in this rut and they can't get out of it. You know why they can't get out of it? They're making $220,000, $250,000 a year. They got to feed a family. Everything's compartmentalized. If they would only come together and say, hey, what do you do? Hey, what do you do? Hey, what do you do? They'll be able to put the puzzle together and confirm that they work for a criminal syndicate. All this taxation, all this bullshit, it's all going to go away, folks. It's all going to go away. We got a big surprise for you in a couple of weeks. And then we're going to make another announcement on top of that on how we're going to spread this message starting here in Florida. And we're going to let it just grow legs. And I think it's going to grow massive legs. because already the outcome is pretty much predetermined. And that's all I'll say. May God bless every single one of you. Make sure if you need gold, carminesgold.com. Don't forget, if you need to charge the body, staying alive, if you're in Cape Canaveral, send this video to somebody who's in our area, Brevard County. Okay. If you need to learn about the quantum financial system, QFS1776.com. We're talking about having maybe potentially a junior summit. We're not sure yet. We're trying to figure that out. Let me get my cheat sheet here, make sure I didn't forget anything. That's pretty much it. And hey, $50,000, by the way, 50,000 or more on silver now. We're not going to play around with little. You want to buy a roll of freaking silver, go down the street to your local silver dealer and buy it. With us, it's 50,000 minimum. There's no maximum. We could still get you unlimited. When I tell you that there's no more, then there's no more. But right now we got plenty. XRP, if you need XRP, 786-704-8817. Okay, you know how the show starts with God coming to me in the sky with the XRP logo, not the Bitcoin logo. It's XRP logo. You need to buy XRP. God told me to tell you to buy some XRP. Not financial advice. 786-704-8817. 10,000 is the minimum. There is no maximum. God bless every single one of you, and we will catch you on the next one.
Stop! Don't you dare scroll!
Because I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that we've been bamboozled in ways that you can't even imagine. From the creator who dared to question everything in Dear Mr. President comes a revelation so explosive, it will shatter your perception of reality. I'm about to tell you a story that is going to absolutely piss off a lot of people in the United States of America.
Want to know how the trick is done? Du bist ein Strawman. It's a strawman operation. You are the strawman.
This is the biggest scam ever, and your government, it thinks that you are stupid. Your local hospital thinks that you are stupid.
The system is broken. It's working exactly how it was designed, just not in your favor. Garish?
Welcome to the movie Dear Mr. President, Show Me the Money, a movie about the straw man. This is a story that's going to piss off 8 billion people, a story that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt that a lot of you are worth 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, and more.
Okay, my understanding of the legal fiction, which is also referred to as the straw man, I believe that they actually give us a fictional entity which we can actually use or not use. And I believe this is and a lot of other researchers do as well, that this is your name in either uppercase or with a title.
So what is this legal fiction of yours? It's your twin brother or twin sister, born the same day you were. Yes, you've had a twin your whole life, which was created by contract. The birth certificate your mother and father signed when you were born was a contract. The signing of that contract gave authority to the Social Security Administration to create a legal fiction that just happens to mirror your name.
Listen, if you were worth $100 million or $200 million, wouldn't you want to know? I know I sure as hell would. We kept it dumbed down on the 3rd and 4th grade level of education, not because we think that you people are stupid out there, but because we believe that it needs to be dumbed down so that everybody can understand it. They've dumbed me down too, okay? I'm part of this whole entire thing. We found the most elementary videos out there to tell the whole story, and we glued together that is going to absolutely leave you flabbergasted. The only thing I can tell you from this point forward is that you go get a marriage license, it's a bond. You get divorced, it's a bond. You get a driver's license, it's a bond. You get a fishing license, it's a bond. You get a hunting license, it's a bond. You get a ticket, that ticket gets traded. Ticket like a speeding ticket. Any kind of traffic violation at all. That's why the cops out there, most of them are as dumb as a box of bricks. They know nothing about nothing, and they allow this shenanigan to play out because the guy upstairs is not going to explain to them what they're really doing. The guys upstairs know how the game is played. They're making a lot of money. These cops knew out on the street what is going on, what is being perpetrated onto the American people, not to mention the fact that we got bigger fish to fry than stop little old ladies that are doing 12 miles an hour over the speed limit, who's part of the social insecurity system, the social slave system, who's still got to go to work and is pressed for time and is doing 12 miles an hour over the speed limit, and you got 9 guys with 17,000 lights around them intimidating them. I think that's wrong. There is no emergency here, okay? And they intimidate you, they bamboozle your words. And I hate to tell you, more than half of your cops know what they're doing. They know how the game is played, except they're not allowed to make the big money. They got the highest divorce rates because they have financial problems. Meanwhile, they're stopping you. They're trading all of this money that they're collecting from the public and putting it up upstairs. And all these people are making all of this money. The only thing I can tell you is this. What you do from this point forward is up to you, because you should move this movie out to everybody you know. Guys, it's time to wake up. Watch the movie for whatever it's worth. Get it out there to everybody, because you know what? We have to wake up everybody. You know why? Because we're in a war. In a war, there's going to be casualties. Look, I understand what kind of risk I'm putting myself through. I get it. But the reality is someone's got to do it. And I'm not afraid of anything or anybody except for my God. Thank you and enjoy the show.